At the age of 18, the loss of her mom to cancer was a shock to my guest. Not only was her loss unbearable, she was forced to take on the responsibility of a mother and a father all at once. A must-watch on our show today. Welcome, Graced Bimpe.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You're the second of four?
Second of four, yeah.
That's right. Okay. How old are your younger siblings?
So I have a sister who is turning 18 in 2 weeks,
Okay.
and a brother who's turning 21, and a 25-year-old older brother.
Okay. Do you all get along?
Yeah, we do, pretty much. We try.
Okay, which is really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go straight into the main question that I want to ask you.
Okay.
About 5 years ago, something happened to you, and if it's okay, tell us your age.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago,
Okay.
when there was a turn in your life and all your siblings' lives, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, 5 years ago, when I turned 18 in January, my mum was in a hospital and she was dealing with cancer, stage 3.
Okay.
She already had the chemotherapy. All her hair was shaved, was falling off. She had no eyebrows. It was really terrible because I had to celebrate my birthday in the hospital and it was a bit dramatic. But she kept saying one thing. She kept saying that we should have faith, we should just be strong, she's gonna be okay. And she was that person who would always just stand up and just go crazy and have a party randomly, so we all kept thinking that nothing would actually happen. But
and how long had she been in and out of hospital before the
she was in hospital for about 3-4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, because
it was a bit drastic, wasn't it?
It was because when the doctor actually said she had cancer, it was about 2 years before. And he thought she would die 6 months after he said that. So she was actually strong until when she just collapsed. And
was she a Christian?
She was a Christian. She was an apostle.
Okay.
Apostle, she was pastor.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely. So she was just always in faith, and she kept us in faith. She just made sure that we were always just praying and everything. And I think that was why everyone actually thought nothing would happen until it happened.
Yeah. And she always brought you up that way.
Absolutely. She forced us to literally be preachers every time. She's like, pray to God every time. So it was always like, oh yeah. So we're just literally in that scene.
In that scene, okay.
Absolutely.
And was your father there when all this happened?
No, so my mum and my father divorced about when we were in primary school. Okay. So we're always we kind of grew up with a single mom, even though we know we had a dad. There was a lot of that relationship with them, but even though now my dad is back together, it did happen. And I feel like when my mum was in the hospital, she did try to just make things work better, but it was just life, and you know, not everyone has the opportunity to actually get their father back. But my mum passed away and my dad came back, so it's just it was life.
After that. So your mom did pass away, and when did this happen?
So she passed away on February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Ruined it for everybody. But yeah, Valentine's Day in 2013. So she passed away. I was at home. I just came from college that day. My brother said, come to the hospice with me, and I was like, no, I want to sleep in the house. And then he called me and said it's happened, and I was like, no way. But then something happened because people who were in the hospice posted it on Facebook, and then all my siblings saw it on Facebook.
So they weren't told.
Literally, so it was very dramatic, and we were all like, don't go on Facebook, but you can't really social media.
Especially the more you tell people not to go to Facebook, that's when they're like, so what's happening? So I want to go on Facebook.
So the whole world knew before my siblings knew, so it was a bit, but I feel like we kind of handled it better. You don't really handle that well, but I think we did what we could because we had 4 of us and we could just like hold
each other.
Absolutely.
Just before your mom passed away, a social worker gave you guys an advice. Can you please share a bit about that with us?
So basically, my mum found out that she had cancer, and she was always just saying, we're going to be fine, everything is going to be okay. A social worker actually came in and she told my mum, and she actually sat her down and said, there's a high chance, actually, realistically, you're going to pass away, you're going to die, and your kids are going to be alone. You need to start planning your own funeral, and it's just what it was. And then she literally started to plan her own funeral, and she had a wake here. She gathered everyone together. She said, tell me what you would want to tell me when I pass away. Don't wait until I leave for you to tell me that, literally. And everyone had to come together. They were crying, but she said, no tears allowed. You have to come here and let me know what you feel. Let me know how you feel about me. Let me know what you would do if I wasn't here. And I just want to see that. I don't want to do that after me. And then she actually paid for everything. She ordered the horses that will carry her casket when they were going in. She organized it. So it was traumatic, but she did it.
In terms of your siblings, you also then were given guidance?
Absolutely. I guess like because you don't really understand the impact or exactly what you're going through until it actually happens. I guess everyone was just in that phase of it would not happen. It's a maybe thing. So we didn't really take it seriously. But she did the wake keep and we all thought, Mom is just being extra. She did so many things and we just thought Mom is just being extra. So it was afterwards we realized that this was actually very useful and it was just something we loved.
So what would have happened if that hadn't happened?
I don't know.
They probably would have separated, because you shared to me that they would have separated.
Definitely.
Because that meant that your two younger siblings
would have gone somewhere else. I would have gone somewhere else. Yeah,
Wow.
because I just turned 18. I was 18, so my sister was 14, and I think my younger brother was probably 15. We were just about entering college, and I was just entering university. So it was actually social worker. She also did say that since I was turning 18, myself and my older brother should just be guardians to my younger sister and your younger brother, and then that was kind of what just kept us together. Absolutely.
Because I'm just thinking in that dire period, because the first thing you said, even before I asked that question, was the fact that because the four of you were together, you guys were able to overcome so many things. And also during that period, you did have exams in school. What then happened to your exams?
Well, let's just be fair and say I wasn't the best academically on a normal day. My mom was always nervous that this child is going to fail uni. You have to go to uni. So she did tell my godfather before she left, and she said, you have to make sure Grace goes to uni. So I think when she did pass away, it was during like my final exams to actually for A-levels and then going into uni. So I actually failed A-levels. Like there was no reason for me to go into uni.
You don't want to share your grades with us. We'll leave those ones out. Let's just keep it.
I got a 2-1 at uni, so I'm kind of proud of that.
And you know what? That's the whole beauty.
Absolutely,
the beauty
that's
of it.
Testimony.
So that's why I said, if you feel woefully at one level,
it doesn't opportunities to get better.
God can still turn things around.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So irrespective of whatever grades you got. But what was that turning point for you? What moved you from those low grades to
I wouldn't really say it was anything, because I wouldn't lie. I wasn't just the person who was just really enthusiastic about learning. I don't like school. It's never been my thing. I don't think it's never going to be my thing.
And that doesn't make us a bad person.
I know, it's just what it is.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Because my dad's actually pushing for like PhD and masters, I'm like, it's not happening. Stop it. But no, absolutely, because it was when I actually got into uni, I met so many people who not necessarily had the same experiences I had, but I understood that it's life. We all have different experiences, we all learn, and it's just those different things that just make us better. And I guess I was just able to pick from everyone's experiences, understand that they went through that, they survived. They went through that, someone had a baby, so many people had different issues, and it was just, this is your opportunity to make something of yourself. So they having the courage to actually come to uni and actually have those grades, go to uni, and that just like encouraged me. So
like I always ask myself, the viewers on the show, where was God in all this for you and your relationship with him?
Absolutely. I feel like every other pastor's child, growing up in a pastor's home or in a pastor's wing or something, it's really hard for you to actually have that relationship with God, because you're literally under your parents' fate, not your own. Because my sister has that right now as well with me. She's like, Grace, I go to church because of you. I don't go to church because
I want
you don't really understand it until you go through it. Once my mom actually passed away, I realized that I'm losing it. I don't know what to do. And it was when my mom passed away, because we didn't really go to church every day, because she was just ministering in different places, so we didn't really have like a church. But when she passed away, we started going to my godfather's church, and then one of the big mummies there just said, Grace, go to the choir. And that was literally it. I started going to choir every day.
So it really wasn't a choice. It wasn't something you wanted to do because you wanted that relationship.
Absolutely. I was yearning for something, because there was a void. First of all, you have the whole divorce thing. When you have divorced parents, it does affect you. And then your one parent now goes and passes away. There was a void. I needed something to hold on to. I needed security, because when I go out, I see other people with parents, and I'm like, why don't I have one? What's going on? And we all our siblings had that. So I felt like God had a way of just holding me down with that, and I was able to just that was something I caught on to. So
there's something you just spoke about in terms of how you felt as a pastor's child, and I think it's a lot for children that their parents hold those roles. Not even begin to talk about the expectations
of other people,
of
you,
because you're pastors, you know.
Absolutely.
And I think at times people also forget that you're humans. It's
You're
not just
human.
that
You're a
church.
child. You're growing
You're a
up.
child.
You make
exactly.
mistakes.
Like every other
do
child.
Stupid things.
And people shouldn't give you that look as if you should know better.
Yeah.
You know, you're still a child.
You're growing.
You're growing.
Mistakes.
Exactly. And it's also still a process for you. You touched on, you know, the impact of your parents being divorced. How was that for you and your siblings?
I feel like because we were really young when it happened, we didn't realize what was happening until we grew up and we went to school. When we went to school and they had functions and everyone comes with their parents, their dad and their mom. It was just your mom and you're like, where's your dad? He's not here. Was the thing. So you don't really realize until there comes a need for it. When someone's doing something in the house, and either my mom would have to take on the role of a father and a mother, there would always still be that forehead, because it's just, God did make a man and a woman because you need that balance. So I feel like it was there, but it was just something that we had to grow into, which was why losing my mom was hard. And when my dad came back, it was hard as well, but we had to accept it because, well, we didn't really have to accept it. I learned to accept it because you need a parent in your life, and it's just what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. We're going to go on a break now.
Sure.
And then we're going to continue. Please stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment.